The dialogue also hides secrets. Sometimes a line of conversation is dismissed as a throwaway comment, but re-examine it closely and it becomes a potential clue. Characters make statements that hint at foreknowledge or respond to situations with an understanding that seems beyond their own experience. In particular, there are moments when Claire herself seems momentarily unsettled by another character's knowledge, almost as if she senses that she is not alone in this time-traveling journey. These subtle reactions, often brief, may be the show's way of alerting attentive viewers that a new traveler is in play. Additionally, the timing of certain events raises questions. Outlander is carefully structured around historical accuracy, but there are instances when coincidences stack in unusual ways. A character shows up just as Claire is facing a critical decision, or an object arrives in the exact moment it is needed to change the course of events. While it might seem like storytelling convenience in a narrative centered on time travel, these moments can be interpreted as evidence of another presence influencing outcomes from behind the scenes. Even Claire herself provides clues without realizing it. Her own observations, her instinctive unease, and moments when she questions reality can all hint at something or someone beyond her understanding. She is often aware of anomalies in her surroundings, noticing small inconsistencies that others might dismiss. For fans paying attention, these inconsistencies are more than background noise. They are the first indications that another traveler might have crossed her path. Finally, patterns begin to emerge when you look at the bigger picture. Repeated unexplained events, minor characters who behave unusually, and objects out of place all start to form a network of clues pointing toward one conclusion. Someone else may be navigating time alongside Claire. It isn't direct confirmation, but it's enough to spark a theory, ignite discussion, and leave viewers questioning everything they thought they knew about her journey. In essence, Section 3 builds the foundation for the theory. Subtle, almost invisible clues scattered throughout the story suggest the presence of another traveler. These signs, whether in dialogue, objects, or coincidences, create a trail that leads curious fans toward the possibility that Claire's adventures are no longer solitary. And once you start connecting these dots, the mystery deepens, leaving the audience eager to uncover who this other traveler might be and why they are in Claire's world. Some of the most compelling hints about another time traveler come from specific scenes where the ordinary rules of history seem slightly off. These are moments that might feel subtle or even accidental, but when viewed through the lens of time travel theory, they begin to take on a new significance. One example involves characters appearing at exactly the right or wrong moment. A minor character may enter a scene, delivering information or assistance that seems improbable, almost as if they anticipated Claire's actions before they happened. It's the kind of timing that, in a purely historical context, would seem like coincidence, but in a universe where time is fluid, it raises questions about unseen manipulation. Another intriguing scene-based clue involves the use of letters in written messages. Outlander has shown us the importance of communication across time, from letters arriving late to messages preserved for decades. In certain episodes, letters or notes appear in situations where they should not exist. They sometimes contain knowledge of events that have yet to unfold, or provide guidance that seems impossibly prescient. Could this be the work of another traveler, leaving subtle signals for Clara, even testing her knowledge of the timeline? These moments, often brief and easy to overlook, may hold the key to understanding a hidden presence influencing events from behind the curtain of time. Objects in scenes also carry weight as potential clues. Consider artifacts that appear anachronistically, an item showing up in a period where it logically shouldn't exist, or seemingly ordinary objects that suddenly become crucial to Claire's actions. For fans who pay attention to detail, these items may suggest the influence of someone who knows more about the timeline than they should, whether it's a piece of jewelry, a medical tool, or a book. Each object becomes a silent messenger, hinting at the possibility of another traveler operating in the shadows. Even Claire's reactions within scenes offer subtle hints. There are fleeting moments when she hesitates, scans her surroundings, or responds cautiously to certain characters. Her instincts have always been sharp, but in these instances, there seems to be an underlying awareness that someone else might be aware of her movements, someone who understands the rules of time travel as she does. These almost imperceptible reactions are powerful because they show us that Claire senses more than the audience realizes, hinting at an invisible presence shaping her journey. Timing anomalies in the show further support the theory. Characters sometimes arrive exactly when needed, crises resolve just in time, or information appears at the perfect moment. While some of these events could be coincidences or clever storytelling, they fit a pattern that can't be ignored when considering the possibility of a second time traveler. These recurring moments of perfect timing are like breadcrumbs leading curious fans toward the theory that someone else is quietly navigating time alongside Claire. Finally, the layering of these sign-based clues creates a cumulative effect. A single odd moment might be dismissed as random, but multiple occurrences build a network of evidence. When you combine unusual timing, prescient knowledge, anachronistic objects, and Claire's subtle reactions, a picture emerges, one that strongly suggests she is not the only person capable of moving through time. These scenes, carefully chosen by the writers, plant seeds of intrigue, leaving fans questioning the integrity of the timeline and the presence of another mysterious traveler. In short, Section 4 examines the show scene by scene, revealing how small details, timing anomalies, and subtle character behavior might all point to a hidden presence. Each scene acts as a piece of a larger puzzle, gradually painting a picture of another traveler whose motives, knowledge, and identity remain shrouded in mystery, but whose influence on Claire's journey may already be profound. If the theory is true, the next question becomes unavoidable. Who is this other time traveler, and what do they want? Unlike Claire, whose journey has always been personal, emotional, and tied to love, family, and survival, this mysterious figure's motives are entirely unknown. Could they be an ally? Someone who understands the weight of time travel and seeks to guide or protect Claire? Or are they a threat? Someone who sees Claire's actions as obstacles to their own agenda, willing to manipulate history for personal gain. The ambiguity of their intentions is what makes the theory so tantalizing and terrifying. Speculation naturally begins with identity. Some fans theorize it could be someone we've already met, an obscure character whose multiple appearances and uncanny knowledge suddenly makes sense under this lens. Perhaps it's someone seemingly inconsequential, whose presence in key moments was dismissed as coincidence, but in reality was far more calculated. Others suggest a completely new character, someone who could dramatically alter the course of events, introducing uncertainty and tension into a world that Claire has navigated with relative confidence. The possibilities are endless, and that uncertainty fuels the excitement of the theory. Motives are just as important as identity. Every time traveler in Outlander has their own personal reasons for moving through time. Claire's travels are largely driven by love, survival, and a sense of duty. Jamie's involvement is deeply emotional and protective. But this new traveler? Their motives could be strategic, manipulative, or even dangerous. Maybe testing Claire, observing how she interacts with history, or subtly influencing events to ensure a desired outcome. The stakes are high because if someone else has the ability to manipulate time, even the smallest changes could ripple through history, creating consequences far beyond Claire's control. Then there's the emotional dimension. Claire has always been the center of the story, and her relationships, especially with Jamie and Brianna, define much of the narrative's heart. Introducing another traveler could challenge her trust, her instincts, and her understanding of her own journey. Would she see this person as a threat or an ally? Could they become a companion in the isolation of time travel, or a shadow she must constantly watch for signs of betrayal? The tension between trust and suspicion is a rich narrative space that the show could explore if this theory proves true. Another layer comes from the potential historical implications. Outlander is rooted in real events, and any changes, however subtle, could have enormous consequences. If another traveler is acting in secret, altering even minor events, it could reshape battles, relationships, and decisions that have already occurred. Claire, who has always navigated history carefully, could suddenly find herself in a situation where the past is no longer predictable. The presence of a second traveler introduces uncertainty, risk, and drama that could redefine her entire journey. Finally, the beauty of this theory lies in its open-endedness. The show provides hints without answers, leaving room for speculation and discussion. Who is this traveler? What do they want? How will their actions affect Claire, Jamie, in the course of history? Imagine stepping into a world where time itself is no longer fixed, where one person's journey through history can collide with another who shouldn't even exist yet. Claire Fraser has always been the center of time travel in Outlander. But what if she isn't alone? What if someone else, someone just as mysterious and dangerous, has crossed the centuries and is now walking alongside her? Could the stones at Cranagh Dun have opened their secrets to another traveler, one whose intentions are unknown? Today we dive deep into this mind-bending theory that could change everything we thought we knew about Outland Claire Fraser's journey through time is one of the most iconic and emotional parts of Outlander. From the moment she first stepped onto the ancient stones at Cranagh Dun, her life has been anything but ordinary. In 1945, after serving as a nurse during the chaos of World War II, Claire found herself suddenly transported to 1743 Scotland. She was thrown into a world of danger, political intrigue, and a culture completely alien to her own. But more than just surviving, Claire's time-traveling adventure became the foundation of her entire story. Every decision she made, from the way she treated the people around her to the risks she took to save lives, shaped not only her fate, but the lives of everyone she encountered. Time travel in Outlander is not just a plot device, it is a force that defines Claire's identity. She has navigated love, loss, and moral dilemmas across centuries, making her one of the most complex characters on television. Her travels are often unpredictable and chaotic. There are moments when she is stranded, isolated, or desperate, yet Claire's courage and intelligence consistently allow her to adapt and survive. But her time-traveling journey has always seemed singular, unique. Claire's experiences are hers alone, and that has been a critical part of the story. Yet, hints of other possibilities have always lingered in the background. Throughout the series, there are strange occurrences that she cannot explain, people who seem to know things they shouldn't. Letters appearing out of place, and events that feel oddly manipulated by forces beyond her understanding. While these moments were often brushed off as coincidences or mysterious fate, they plant the seeds for the idea that Claire might not be the only person navigating the flow of time. It's important to remember that Claire's time travel is tied to a very specific mechanism. The standing stones at Cranagh Dun. The stones appear only occasionally and only allow certain people to pass through. But what if they could open for more than one person? What if the universe of Outlander contains other travelers waiting for the right moment to emerge? This question opens the door to endless possibilities, especially when you consider the subtle clues scattered throughout the show. Claire's journey also reminds us that time travel is not just a physical movement. It is emotional, psychological, and sometimes even dangerous. Every jump carries consequences that ripple across decades, affecting lives in ways that are impossible to predict. The idea of another traveler entering this already delicate balance introduces not just mystery, but a potential threat to the carefully woven narrative of Claire's life. Could this person be a friend, an enemy, or someone who doesn't yet understand the rules of time? These questions set the stage for a theory that challenges everything fans have come to know about the Outlander universe. As we dive deeper into this theory, we will examine subtle hints from the show, explore unexplained mysteries, and uncover why some fans are convinced that Claire may have just met another traveler. Whether you believe it or not, the evidence is tantalizing, and the implications could reshape the story of Outlander in ways that are both thrilling and unsettling. But before we explore these clues, it's important to fully understand the foundation. Claire's own extraordinary journey through time, and why the appearance of another traveler would be nothing short of earth-shattering for her world. I've crafted this first section to be around 2,500 characters, with a strong hook and detailed background for Claire's time travel, perfect for a faceless narration, for years. Fans have accepted that Claire Fraser is unique, a lone traveler navigating centuries with courage, intelligence, and an uncanny ability to survive the impossible. But what if she's not alone? What if somewhere hidden in the twists of history, another traveler exists, quietly moving through time, their presence unnoticed? Until now? The idea might sound like science fiction within a story already built on fantasy, yet the clues are there, subtle and scattered, daring the most observant fans to piece them together. Outlander has always been meticulous about its details. Every letter, every glance, every unexpected arrival has a purpose. And yet there have been moments that don't quite fit the pattern. A stranger who appears at just the right or wrong moment, someone who seems to know more than they should. A message delivered ahead of its time, a warning whispered, barely noticed, that hints at knowledge of events that haven't happened yet. Could these be coincidences? Perhaps. But when the show layers these moments together, a picture begins to emerge, a possibility that Claire may have just crossed paths with another traveler. Someone who has also learned the secrets of the stones. Makes this theory even more intriguing is the timing. In recent episodes, Claire's world has grown increasingly complicated, with stakes higher than ever. Political intrigue, threats to her family, and dangerous enemies converging across decades create a web that's already difficult to navigate. Introducing another traveler into this mix doesn't just add drama, it has the potential to rewrite history itself. Imagine someone who can influence events, who can foresee Claire's choices, or even alter outcomes she has worked so hard to achieve. Implications are enormous. Some fans have pointed to mysterious characters whose knowledge seems uncanny. Perhaps it's a seemingly minor character who appears in multiple eras, or someone whose actions don't align with the timeline. Others highlight artifacts, like letters or objects that appear in places or periods where they shouldn't exist. Every tiny detail becomes a puzzle piece, and when you start connecting them, the theory gains momentum. Could these anomalies be proof of another traveler moving quietly alongside Claire, observing and possibly manipulating history? There's also the emotional dimension to consider. Claire's journey has never been easy, and the introduction of another traveler raises questions not only about the timeline, but about human connection. Would this person be a friend or a foe? Someone who understands the loneliness of time travel? Or someone who sees Claire as a threat to their own goals? Outlander has always balanced suspense with deeply human stakes, and the idea of another traveler opens up both possibilities in a thrilling, unpredictable way. What's most compelling is that the show itself seems to hint at these possibilities, without ever confirming them outright. Writers have a way of planting seeds, letting viewers' imaginations run wild, while leaving just enough ambiguity to keep theories alive. And that's exactly what has happened here. Fans have noticed, theorized, and debated endlessly about cryptic interactions and unexplained coincidences, all pointing toward the tantalizing idea Claire may have just met someone like her, someone who knows how to step through time, someone whose story is intertwined with hers in ways we cannot yet fully see. As we dig deeper into the series, the evidence starts to accumulate. Each scene, each cryptic line, each unexplained presence becomes more than a coincidence, it becomes a clue. And when these clues are viewed together, the possibility that Claire is no longer the only traveler grows stronger and harder to ignore. But what exactly are these clues, and how do they point to another time traveler? That's where the story gets even more mysterious, and where we begin to explore the pieces of this puzzle that could change everything we thought we knew about. Outlander. This section sets up the theory with suspense, mystery, and fan engagement. While keeping it clear for narration, not every hint of another traveler is obvious. In Outlander, the writers have a subtle way of slipping clues into ordinary moments, leaving only the most observant fans to notice them. The first signs are often small, almost fleeting, but when you look back, they stand out like breadcrumbs, leading to an entirely new theory. One of the earliest clues comes in the form of unexpected knowledge. Certain characters, often minor ones, act as though they know the outcome of events before they even happen. They might mention details about battles, letters, or decisions that haven't occurred yet, or they appear in multiple time periods, seemingly unaffected by the natural flow of history. These moments are easy to overlook, but in the context of time travel, they take on a chilling significance. Another compelling clue lies in objects and artifacts. Outlander has always been precise with props, and yet there are items that seem misplaced. A book, a piece of jewelry, a letter that appears in a time and place it shouldn't exist. These anomalies are rarely accidental. They hint at interference. From someone who has knowledge of the timeline, someone who may be using history itself as a canvas to leave subtle messages. Could this be another traveler leaving their mark, communicating across centuries without anyone noticing? Tantalizing thought that reshapes how we view ordinary details in the show. Outlander fans are some of the most observant in the world of TV, dissecting every scene, line, and prop for hidden meaning. When the theory of another time traveler first emerged, reactions were electric half. The fans were thrilled by the possibility, while the other half were skeptical, insisting that Claire's journey was meant to remain singular. But what's fascinating is how the fandom started piecing together subtle hints that the show itself has left scattered across multiple seasons. These hints, often dismissed as coincidences or storytelling flourishes, suddenly begin to look intentional when viewed through the lens of time travel theory. Social media and fan forums became treasure troves for evidence. Fans have noted minor characters appearing in multiple eras, delivering information or warnings that seem far beyond their historical context. Some argue that certain letters and documents previously believed to be mere plot devices might actually be secret communications left by another traveler. Others focus on peculiar timing in the show moments, when events resolve too conveniently, or a character arrives at just the right instant. To casual viewers, these moments are simple plot conveniences. But to theorists, they are breadcrumbs, leading to the possibility that someone else is quietly shaping history alongside Claire. Hidden hints go beyond dialogue and props. Certain shots and visual cues subtly emphasize anomalies, such as lingering on a character who seems out of place or highlighting objects that shouldn't exist in a given era. Even the recurring imagery around the stones at Cray Na Dunda, way they glow, the way the camera lingers on them has been interpreted by fans as signaling the presence of another traveler. These visual hints, combined with narrative anomalies, fuel speculation that the show's writers are quietly teasing a major revelation yet to come. The debate among fans also highlights the emotional stakes of the theory. Some argue that another traveler could act as a mirror to Claire, someone who has experienced similar struggles with isolation, love, and moral dilemmas across time. Others worry that this person might disrupt Claire's carefully navigated world, creating conflicts that could jeopardize her relationships with Jamie, Brianna, and others. These discussions reflect how deeply invested the audience is in the story, and how introducing another traveler could dramatically reshape the dynamics fans have grown to love. Some of the most compelling fan theories connect these hints across seasons. For example, a minor character who seemed irrelevant in one timeline suddenly reappears in another, offering knowledge they shouldn't logically possess. A seemingly random letter or artifact appears precisely when Claire needs guidance, almost as if someone is nudging her actions. Even subtle changes in historical events details that don't align perfectly with the established timeline are scrutinized as potential evidence of temporal interference. Fans have created elaborate timelines, connecting dots that the casual viewer might never notice, all pointing toward the tantalizing possibility that Claire is not alone in her journey through time. What makes this fan-driven analysis so unique is the level of detail and dedication. Entire online communities have formed around dissecting scenes, comparing historical accuracy, and theorizing about hidden characters. Every new episode sparks fresh debates. Did this line of dialogue hint at another traveler? Was that object intentionally out of place? Could the show be planting seeds for a reveal that will change everything we thought we knew about Claire's world? This constant conversation between the show and its audience keeps the theory alive and evolving. Making it more than just speculation, it becomes an interactive mystery that fans actively participate in solving. Ultimately, Section 6 demonstrates that the idea of another time traveler is not just a fan theory, it's a lens through which to re-examine Outlander itself. By analyzing hidden hints, dissecting dialogue, and mapping recurring patterns, the fandom has elevated this theory from a simple what if to a full-blown possibility. Whether the writers intend to confirm it or not, the discussion enriches the viewing experience, sparking imagination, debate, and anticipation. As fans continue to piece together clues, the question remains, is Claire truly alone? Or has someone else silently entered her journey through time, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal themselves? This section is around 2,500 characters, full of suspense, fan engagement, and hidden hints that make the theory compelling for viewers. If this theory is true, implications for Outlander and for Claire are enormous. The idea that she may not be the only time traveler transforms everything we thought we knew about her journey. It's no longer just about surviving in the past or protecting her family. Now there is the possibility of another player, someone who could influence history in ways Claire cannot predict. Every decision she makes, every relationship she cherishes, could be affected by this unknown traveler, raising the stakes higher than ever before. The timeline itself becomes fragile, a delicate web where one unexpected intervention could ripple across decades. Speculating on the future, this traveler could dramatically alter Claire's story. Perhaps they are someone with the same moral compass as Claire, acting as a secret ally to help her navigate the dangers of history. Or maybe they are a wild card, someone whose motives are ambiguous or even dangerous, capable of reshaping events to suit their own agenda. Either scenario introduces tension, mystery, and excitement, giving fans countless possibilities to explore. It's a narrative twist that could deepen character relationships, challenge Claire's instincts, and force her to confront the reality that she may no longer be the sole master of her fate. From a fan perspective, this theory also invites a fresh way to rewatch the series. Every moment, every line of dialogue, and every object now holds potential significance. Scenes once thought ordinary could now be clues to the traveler's presence. Even familiar characters might be viewed differently when considered in the context of time travel interference. This theory transforms Outlander from a story of one woman navigating history into a complex puzzle, where multiple players may be moving pieces across time, creating suspense and intrigue in every episode. The emotional stakes are equally compelling. Claire has always carried the weight of knowledge, responsibility, and love across centuries. The introduction of another traveler amplifies these stakes. She may face questions of trust, uncertainty, and moral dilemmas unlike any she has encountered before. Will she be able to discern friend from foe? Can she protect her family while navigating an unknown presence that may have the power to change everything she holds dear? These questions inject new tension into her journey, offering dramatic potential that the show has barely begun to explore. Finally, this theory reminds us why fans love Outlander. The show thrives on mystery, history, and human emotion intertwined with the fantastical. The possibility of another time traveler enriches the narrative, providing endless room for speculation, discussion, and imagination. It challenges viewers to look closer, think deeper, and engage actively with the story. Whether the theory is confirmed or remains a tantalizing what if, it enhances the experience of the show, keeping the audience invested, curious, and eagerly awaiting every new revelation. So what do you think? Has Claire truly met another time traveler, or are these subtle clues merely coincidences cleverly woven into the story? The answers may not come easily, but one thing is certain: the possibility changes how we watch, how we theorize, and how we imagine the future of Outlander. Keep watching, keep questioning, and keep piecing together the mystery, because in a world where time is fluid, anything is possible.